Afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry I've been absent. I haven't been feeling too well. Thanks to the weather and thanks to the bug that's been going around. But I miss my audience. I miss comments from my friends and my subscribers. And please forgive me in advance. I am still a little drowsy. I'm very sleepy. But it's Friday, thank goodness. And my first question after getting out of the shower today is all I have been seeing on the news and TV is reality, 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 reality. What in the world is reality? I'm reality, okay? We are reality. First of all, what we live through each day and time, whether we're famous or not, we are true reality. We don't have to be in front of a camera and have drama in front of the camera for ratings, so to speak, and have a baby mom over here or a baby father over here, on Hip Hop LA or Hip Hop Atlanta, for ratings or all this other drama that we watch on TV, where some is good, applauded, 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 yay for you. But what I mean by what is reality is the pain and the suffering of what we live through that is blindsided by people that the unknown. That's what is reality. What is reality is what is the unknown, the invisible. That is the reality. What is the reality is what we're struggling for. I've talked to so many people within this week whom in almost 2 years were at a peak in their lives. And I may get emotional when I talk about this because every single person, including myself, were at a peak in my life and in our lives. And I'm not talking about pain, and I'm not talking about this disease, because I've been suffering, like I said, I've been suffering with this disease for many years. But what I'm saying is I became comfortable with this disease, and I became comfortable with myself, and I became comfortable with living in that place. But for some reason, within 2 years, 4 years, everything started coming within the walls and started crashing in. Gas prices, jobs, everyone is struggling. And right now, we're just right here. See this empty pill bottle? There's nothing in this pill bottle. That's where we all are right now. This pill bottle. This is where we all are. A standstill, empty, nothing. This is our reality. Nothing. It's not full. It's empty. There are no jobs. Minimum wages. They say they're going to raise minimum wages. How long have they been talking about raising the minimum wages? So that's what I mean by reality. Obamacare. It's expensive. Again, this pill bottle. Empty. Empty dreams. Empty talk. Whole bunch of empty blowing smoke up our asses. Reality. What is reality? Bullshit. That's our life. Reality. Empty dreams, empty promises. We're struggling. And for the first time in my life, I've worked for a paralegal. I've gone to school. And I've Immediately after I graduated high school, I went to community college, Austin Community College in Austin, Texas, immediately out of high school. And I worked on a business degree because I wanted to get into business for myself. I'm not the type of person to work for anyone. I'm too bullheaded and stubborn, and I don't like for people to take my ideas. So I went to business college. I went to Austin Community College, worked on my business degree, and I was with a man in the military, my children's father, and there was that empty pill bottle. He was my empty pill bottle. I was a full pill bottle. I was motivated to go to college, but he had this insecurity, and there he was. Every time I walked out of my class, there was my ex-husband there waiting for me. You know, to some women that's fascinating. To me, it was not. I was trying to get an education. Who wants to go to college and you have your ex-husband there after every single class you come out of? He's waiting for you to come out of your class to walk you to your next class. We're not in high school. I was in college. I was trying to get an education. So that wasn't appealing to me. So I figured, okay, I'm young. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. Perhaps my husband is trying to tell me something. He wants me at home. Because, it's night. I was working for the state, and I was working for the Workers' Compensation Board in the day, 8 to 5, and going to school at night. So, okay, my husband's telling me something here. So I stopped going to school, stayed at home, you know, satisfied his needs, stayed at home with him and the kids. We had one kid, my oldest son. Didn't want me to go to school. Okay, fine. So anyhow, the reality is, had to wait on that business degree. Had to put away my dream. So when I became a single mother after the divorce, I had to put myself back in school. But my dream changed. Although I still had that business degree mentality, I had to go a different direction. So when I filed for divorce, although I still had my mind set on that business degree, and I'm thinking my family is in real estate, very successful, and they wanted me to go into that direction, although I wasn't into real estate. I wasn't into math. I don't like accounting. I said, what am I going to do with myself? I know I'm going to go to school. I'm working as a nurse. That's what my grandmother wanted me to do. That was her reality. You understand? Real estate was my family, my grandfather's, reality. The family's reality. College and education was my reality. So I'm going through a divorce, and I met this lady, Victoria Lewis Dunn. And I tell everyone this story when it comes to my legal experience, my legal travel, the beginning of my dream of becoming this legal empire, or whatever you want to call it. Is a small empire for me, but I'm very good at what I did. So anyhow, filed for divorce. Young, didn't know how to scratch my ass the right way. This is not ladylike. I shouldn't be cursing. It's not ladylike, and that's not like me. So I don't even know. This is not realistic for myself. I'm talking about reality. Anyhow, I end up having to. I paid her. And back then, it's just $750 for a divorce. couldn't afford to finish paying my attorney, so I ended up working for her. So this is the best thing. She taught me some good things. And one of the things she taught me was, whatever you do, if you decide to become a legal assistant, a paralegal, or a lawyer, take psychology. If you take psychology as your minor, you're going to need it. If even those of you whom are watching, if you don't want to learn anything else about fibromyalgia, and you're going to college and you want some type of education, and you're in the law enforcement or any type of law and legal field, I even recommend this, because I'm telling you, this was the best advice. Here's the thing. Even if you take a psychology course, and psychology isn't your minor, take a psychology course, public speaking, take those few courses, because here's the thing, you're working with people, and you need to learn to be able to empathize and have sympathy for the people that you work with. Because right now, for example, all my life I have a temper, and I'm surprised that I never was on the other end of the law. Actually, I'm not surprised. Although I have a temper, I know how to maintain my temper, and I'm not the type of person, I would use my fist in my mouth, but I wouldn't cause any harm to anyone. So I'm not surprised. But I'm surprised at this point in my life that I had to hire an attorney to represent me. And this woman, I was thinking today, my reality is this woman thinks that she can outsmart me, and she's a lawyer, and she's aware I'm a paralegal. She's not sympathetic. And I thought to myself, I'm going to give this lady a call and tell her this piece of advice, that you should take psychology as your CLE. When you go back for your CLE, you should take psychology, public speaking, because you're not sympathetic. Because for many years, I have been a paralegal. And for many years, I'm a very good and respectable paralegal. And in my position, I did not commit any crime. Not any crime. I'm not a thief. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a killer. I'm a racist to a certain form. So, I know lawyers. They represent you, but you're already guilty. I'm no fool. I'm a paralegal. Oh, come on, let's take a lesser charge. Let's get rid of you. You pay them amount of money, but they trust me. If you're not familiar, and let me tell you another thing, men. And I know I'm talking off topic here, and I'm going to get on topic about my health. But I just want to give this advice, and I've been dying to give this advice. Men of all races, please stop giving yourself away. Stop giving away power. This is another thing, public speaking. When you take public speaking, you give away power when you hold your hands like this, and you give away power. Young men, you're giving away power. I'm a paralegal, and I cry for you when I see you in court. I'm not representing you. When I go to court and I don't see people I represent stand up in front of the judge with their hands behind their back, honest to God, I pray. I'm telling you God's truth. I sit there with tears in my eyes. Man, whether you're guilty or not, whether you commit a crime or not, please stop doing that. You're giving away your power. Whether you're guilty or not, stop it. You're letting them know, go ahead and put you even holding your head down and you standing here like this. Stop giving them away your power. Don't put your hands behind your back because you're telling them, go ahead and handcuff me and take me away, baby. Get your hands from behind your back. Paralegals represent people too. And let me tell you what I tell the kids. When you go up there, I tell them, when we go up there, go to see the judge, I tell them, you dress. If you can't afford to dress well, you don't have to impress the judge the way you dress. You impress the judge by your working. If you can't afford to work, you're in some type of vocational school. Don't tell him that I have a wife and a baby to feed. He doesn't give a shit. He's still going to send your ass to jail. He wants to see that you're not smoking, you're not drinking, and you're not out there and you're not hurting society. That's what he wants to see. And I'm telling you the truth. And I'm going to tell you the truth. If I represent you, if you're still making an ass out of yourself and you're not making any accomplishments, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm see you in court, you're going to jail. But I'm going to tell you the truth, baby. When we go see the judge, whatever you do, don't put your hands in your pockets. Do not put your hands in front of you because they handcuff you with your hands in front and they handcuff you with your hands in back. Stand up there straight, good posture. When the judge is talking to you, use your hands. And you look at that judge and you talk with him and you talk with him with confidence. And you talk with him with assurance. And you assure him of what you're saying. You mean it. Don't talk to him with bullshit because the judge is well educated and know exactly what you're talking about. And you can't blow smoke up a judge's ass because they've been there and they've been just sitting on that bench chamber and they heard every story. And you can't fool them. And I'm not going to train people that I represent to go up there and fool because he's not a fool. You can't tell a fool to tell a judge something when he's not a fool. But I will tell you not to be a fool. Don't go up there with your hands behind your back, baby. And don't go up there with your hands in your front because that's the way they handcuff you. So I just wanted to tell you that and get that out of the way. But anyhow, like I said, I haven't been around, had the bug. I missed my neurologist appointment again because of the bug. And I just can't get my crap together. I just can't get it together because my immune system is all screwed up. But in any event, obviously, can't get it together. But hopefully I will. I just had a hot shower, so that's why you probably don't see me like aching and talking low and But I honestly, I haven't been feeling good at all. I've been having severe cramps, and I have this nice heating pad I got for Christmas a couple of years ago, and it smells so good. It's aromatherapy. Oh, it smells good. So I had to use that. I have so many of them, and I've left them out. This is the only one I have left. This, I had one for my tummy. I know you've seen them in the malls. But anyhow, I want to go back with, if you have any questions, please ask me anything. You can ask me anything and I will answer them. I'm an open book. That's the reason why I do these journals, and I've done these journals. And, if there was anything I wanted to hide, I wouldn't be showing my face where millions of people can see it. I wouldn't be talking about my diseases. I would be hiding again like I did before, and I pray that I won't allow people to put me back in that place again where I run and hide and give up on journalizing my life with this fight with fibromyalgia and multiple sclerosis. I do want you to understand, fighting with this, your immune system is down. There are other ailments that you suffer from. I have a high anxiety. I just found out my 22-year-old sister has also is suffering from anxiety and thyroid issues and so on and so forth. And I cried yesterday. I want her to move here, although it's too cold. Rather she stay where it's nice and warm. But I want her to move here just because I want to protect her. I don't want anything to happen to my siblings. You know, I'm please forgive me. I'm the oldest of 9 kids. And when my parents moved to this town called Lubbock, Texas, that's a memory that I want to erase from my life, but it's just engraved in my head, in my mind, in my memory, and it's never going to go away. And I have a brother that I love so much, and we quarrel. We have quarreled all our lives. He was born 4 years after me, and we've quarreled all our lives. I've tried so hard for us to just have a steady relationship where it's just straight, just steady. No quarrels where we're just going good, going good, going good. You know, the show, The Tankers. I hate. I never watched it. I hated just the whole idea. I thought it was like gospel, like a pastor or something. And so I hated the whole idea of like all these cars and stuff, so I didn't want to watch it. So one day I was bored and I watched it. I relate to them. And so I watched it today, one of an old version, and I was in tears when I heard the sister talk about her brother watched them, and it put me in Lubbock, Texas. I'm the oldest. I was that oldest sister that was watching my younger siblings. And let me tell you something. I want to say this to siblings. If you can't fight, do whatever you can to stop it if you see your siblings being abused. Because then I didn't know I could fight. Then I was introduced to something new. I was young and I was introduced to something new that I had never been around. I grew up as a Christian, Jehovah's Witness, and never saw any cruelty. I've always been around nice people. And we moved to Lubbock, and my parents divorced, and my dad met a new woman. I don't even know if they were married yet. And her family was so cruel. They lined us up on the couch, and they would start with me, and then go to my brother, and then I have a sister who's epileptic. And I think I was only 6 years old. And on top of that, I was sexually abused until I was 11 years old in Lubbock. Not by only one family member with that family, but by several family members. And I hope you mother effers watch this, because I'm telling on you. But you hurt my family. You scarred me and my siblings. That's where it started. And I kind of want to reach out to my brother, because I know I've always wondered to myself if they ever touched them. But now I got the wake up call today that they did. I saw it with my own eyes and I didn't do anything. And sometimes no, wait, back up. It's not sometimes. I got that when I watched that show today. It was no sometimes. I realized that I didn't do anything. And maybe that's why my brother's so angry with me, because I'm the oldest sister and I sat there and watched and I didn't do anything. And the little sister said, maybe it wasn't that he didn't do anything, maybe it's because he didn't know how to do anything. And that was me. So maybe my brother is angry with me because he knows I'm a fighter. And because I'm a fighter and I've always protected him afterwards, he thinks that then what happened to us then, because I'm a fighter, because of what happened to us then, I should have been a fighter then and protected him. And I didn't. And we were really, and when I tell you, we were really, really abused. And I was sexually abused. And I can almost guarantee you, my brother and my sister were sexually abused too, because I've seen things. I saw things. I saw things. I saw things that didn't make sense. I saw some dirty things, and some dirty, bad things were done to me. And I mean, maybe that's another video, but if I'm afraid to actually do a live video of some of the things that were done to me sexually, in the places that were done to me sexually. But I will tell you this, the main person that did sexual things to me was the husband. And I'm going to tell you who he is. Lubbock, Texas. Okay, I want to take you back because I hope somebody helps me here. Lubbock, Texas. Anyone from Lubbock, Texas that knew about the hog pen, the owner of the hog pen raped me. Okay? I've been looking for him for many years, and I went to the police. They couldn't find him. His name is Robert Green. That man used to take me to the hog pen and put me on his pool table and rape me. And I was young. My parents, I think, got married in 78. So it put me at 8, 9 years old when he took me to the hog pen and put me on a pool table. He raped me. He took me every single night to that stinky place that I remember smelling corn huffs and all this nasty crap. Robert Green, hog pen. So I hope you're alive. I hope somebody catch you. And if you are alive and somebody has it in for you, I hope they beat the crap out of you. Anyhow, that's part of my trauma, and that's part of when I talked about in the previous video when I said when you diagnosed with fibromyalgia, your doctor say that it comes from trauma. That's what I mean. Fibromyalgia comes from trauma. So if you're diagnosed with fibromyalgia and you have these pains and so on and so forth, dig deep. Dig deep and see if you had trauma in your life. That's where my trauma came from. I have to go because I dig deep this time, and I went somewhere where I wasn't planning on going. But we did talk about reality, and that's my reality. And I'm real. I've always been real. If you subscribe to my channel and you watch every single one of my videos, you will realize I'm real. I am. I'm serious. People have made fun of me, but nothing you can't take from me that I'm real. You know, my brother and I quarrel, but one thing he always said about me, I have a mouth on me, but you can't take that away from me that I'm real. And I thank you so much for watching all of my videos and for commenting, because I'm telling you from my heart. I'm sharing me. I'm sharing my heart. And The pain has come. Whew, fibromyalgia pain has come. But it's Friday, January 23rd. My grandbaby is turning 5 in 6 days, and I have to go shed some tears. But thanks for letting me share my story, my reality. I'm always keeping it real. Sassy Beauty 69. Thanks for watching. God bless.